Hey there, lovely listeners, and a huge welcome to sqillNChill, the podcast where creativity and opportunity collide, brought to you by sqillsite.com. I'm your host, Laila, and in each episode, we dive into the inspiring topics that can enrich the world of freelancing and entrepreneurship. Whether you're looking to showcase your talent or connect with top professionals, sqillsite.com is your platform to thrive without any commission fees. Let's discover together how you can turn your passion into profit. Stay tuned. Let's get started. Burnout, that sneaky little thief of joy and productivity. If you're a freelancer in the gig economy, burnout isn't just a horror story. It's a real boogeyman that lurks around the countless gigs you're juggling. So, what does burnout look like for us gig warriors? I'll tell you, it's that feeling of exhaustion that creeps in like a fog. Not just physically, but emotionally too. You know, when even the smallest tasks feel like you're trying to climb a mountain with a backpack full of bricks. And don't get me started on the cynicism, that bitter taste that starts to taint the projects you used to love. It sneaks up on you, making you question why you started freelancing in the first place. But recognizing the warning signs early is key. Listen to your body and mind. When you start feeling that constant drain of energy, or when you're losing the spark for your passion projects, that's your bat signal beaming into the sky, telling you to slow down. Irritability, changes in sleep habits, and even feelings of detachment from your work are all red flags waving frantically at you. Trust me, catching these signals early can save you from a world of stress and keep your freelance career on a sustainable track. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. And that means keeping an eye on the sneaky beast that is burnout. Striking that perfect harmony between your hustle and your downtime is like walking a tightrope, isn't it? One misstep and you're tumbling into the chaos of either overworking or, let's be real, underworking because that Netflix series isn't going to binge itself. So, here's some valuable advice I've got wrapped up for you to balance those scales. First up, set crystal clear work hours. Turn your home office space into a no-go zone after hours. And hey, if your office is your kitchen table, at least pack that laptop away when it's closing time. Next, plan and prioritize. It's tempting to take on every single project that flutters by, but that's a fast track to Burnout Central. Sit down, write out your goals, and then break them down into daily tasks. This doesn't just guide your focus, it also signals to your brain that yes, progress is being made, and yes, you will survive the freelancing jungle. All right, here comes a golden nugget. Automate and delegate. Automate the repetitive stuff with those nifty digital tools. As for delegation, if you can outsource parts of your work, make it happen. It's like cloning the best parts of yourself. Now let's talk about those sacred days off. And by days off, I mean actual full 24-hour periods where you're not sneaking peeks at your inbox. Use this time to do things that refill your cup, things that make you feel like you, not just freelancer you. Lastly, learn to clock out mentally too. Develop an end-of-the-day ritual. It could be a walk, a workout session, or even just sitting by a window with a cup of soothing tea. Something that signals to your mind, hey, work's over. Let's chill. Remember, battles are won not by strength alone, but by strategy. So, sharpen these strategies and watch your work-life balance tip in favor of sanity and overall well-being. All right, folks, let's get into one of the most crucial survival skills in the freelancing world, setting boundaries and the power of saying no. You see, in the hustle and bustle of gig work, where you're the boss and the employee, it can be too easy to say yes to everything, fearing missed opportunities or upsetting clients. But let me tell you, that's a one-way ticket to Burnoutville. So how do you draw the line? For starters, get super clear on your priorities and limits. Have a heart-to-heart with yourself. What hours are non-negotiable for your personal time? Maybe it's after 7 p.m. or the whole of Sunday. Stick to that religiously because when you respect your own time, others will follow suit. Establish clear communication from day one with your clients. Let them know your working hours, how you manage communication, and what your turnaround time is. It's all about setting the right expectations early on. Remember, your clients won't know your boundaries unless you communicate them. And let's chat about the art of saying no. I'll be honest, it's not easy, especially when you're worried about where your next paycheck is coming from. But saying yes to everything isn't the answer. When you're swamped, taking on more is detrimental to the quality of your work and your mental health. Practice saying no in ways that maintain the relationship, like offering an alternative timeline or referring them to someone else. One of my go-to responses is, I appreciate your offer, but I'm currently committed to other projects that require my full attention to maintain the high standards I set for my work. It's professional, honest, and it sets the tone for what you're about. In the end, respecting your personal boundaries isn't just good for you, it's good for business. Clients will respect a freelancer who values quality over quantity. You'll build better, stronger professional relationships, and your work will shine all the brighter for it. Remember, the word no is a full sentence. Use it wisely and watch as your freelance life transforms from crazed to controlled, where your well-being is the boss. Now that's a boundary worth setting. Self-care isn't just a buzzword, it's your secret weapon against that dreaded burnout in the gig economy. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, and as freelancers, we tend to forget that our well-being is the cornerstone of our productivity. So let's dive into some self-care techniques that are as easy as they are essential. First up, let's talk about physical health. Your body is your primary tool of trade. Treat it well. Regular exercise boosts endorphins, those feel-good hormones that act like natural stress relievers. Whether it's yoga, a brisk walk, or dancing around your living room, movement matters. Now, what about the mind? Meditation and mindfulness can sound a bit out there, but trust me, taking 10 minutes a day to sit quietly and breathe deeply can work wonders for your mental state. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain's stress levels. Nutrition is next on our self-care checklist. Eating a balanced diet isn't just good for the body, it's also great for the mind. When you're working on a heavy project, it can be tempting to reach for fast food, but nourishing your body with fresh fruits, vegetables, and other whole foods will keep your energy levels stable and your focus sharp. Don't forget to hydrate either. Water is your body's oil. It keeps everything running smoothly. Dehydration can make you feel sluggish, and that's the last thing we need when we're trying to avoid burnout. And probably most importantly, sleep. There's no substitute for it. Aim for 7 to 8 hours a night to give your body and brain the rest they need to recover and prepare for another day of gig slaying. Last but not least, carve out time for the things you love outside of work. Yes, your freelance gig can be your passion, but other passions exist too. Dedicate time to hobbies, social activities, or just plain old relaxation. This isn't just downtime, it's an investment in your creativity and happiness. Incorporate these self-care techniques into your routine, and you'll find yourself more rejuvenated, more focused, and yes, you'll be steering clear of the burnout trap. So take care, keep hustling, and remember, self-care is your superpower in the freelance world. All right, folks, as we start winding down our chat today, let's revisit the essence of what we've delved into. Keeping that sneaky burnout at arm's length while navigating the hurricane of hustles in the gig economy. You know, it's easy to get lost in the grind, to say yes to one more project, to work one more hour, or to push those personal needs down the priority list just a tad more. But remember, it's a bit like keeping a plant thriving. It's all about balance, care, and knowing when enough is enough. So as you log off from your various jobs, as you close your laptops or put away your tools, take a moment to reflect. Have you given yourself as much priority as your work today? Did you pause for that cup of coffee you love or step outside for a breath of fresh air? Our work is important, but so are we. Look after those telltale signs of burnout we talked about. If your passion starts feeling like a chore, or if that bed seems way too tempting during your work hours, take action. Prioritize your tasks, set those critical boundaries we discussed, and don't be afraid to put your well-being at the forefront. It's not just good sense, it's essential for sustainable success. In the gig economy, your health, your time, and your peace of mind are the most valuable assets you've got. Nurture them, cherish them, and watch how they pay dividends in every facet of your work and life. Stay strong, stay balanced, and keep those creative juices flowing, my friends. Until next time, keep hustling, but more importantly, keep thriving. And just like that, we've reached the end of another episode here at sqillNChill. Big thanks to all of you for tuning in and taking this deep dive with us. If today's conversation inspired you to take the next step in your career, head over to sqillsite.com and create your professional profile today. At sqillsite.com, we empower you to connect directly with clients, keep 100% of your earnings, and manage your projects your way. Don't forget, sqillsite.com is more than just a marketplace. It's a community where your creativity has no limits. Join us at sqillsite.com and let's make great things happen together. Until next time, I'm Laila, signing off. Stay curious, folks.